So today we're really pleased to have Jose Davies with us, who's a great ambassador for Grimsby, personally, but also through her work with the 2025 group and Our Future. So Josie, do you want to tell us just a bit more about your role with both those organisations?
Yes, thank you for inviting me today, Charlotte. I got involved initially with the 2025 group. They decided there wasn't kind of a town centre forum, and so 2025 group was formed. It was formed by lots of business people who are already running their own business. So although they wanted to kind of champion a town centre forum, they didn't really have the time to do that. They needed someone to come in and kind of share events that were happening in the town centre, the regeneration that was happening in the town centre. I'd just gone self-employed, so they came and kind of had a chat with me and said, would you be interested in promoting all the regeneration happening in the town centre? Which I was like, absolutely, because I'm really passionate to see the town centre thrive. It's been in decline like most town centres throughout the country, especially since COVID. So to be able to come in and use my kind of marketing skills and experience to promote the town centre was kind of like a dream job, really. But I couldn't do it on my own. And the town centre is a success because of the people that work within the town centre, the people like yourselves who create events in the town centre. So it also meant, going out and meeting lots of the businesses based in the town centre, talking to the people who use the town centre on a regular basis, and getting involved with the people who are putting on events like yourself. So it was a dream job. And then from that, nearly just not quite a year, Our Future approached me and said, we've seen what you've done within the town centre. We've seen how you've kind of been a real ambassador for what's going on, and we see that you've promoted the town centre as a place to be, but you've also kind of talked about how how the town centre has become more of a community-led place. It can't just be about the shops and retail. Can you come and work for us for a couple of days, as well as the 2025 group, tell stories on things that are happening in the community, and it kind of just fitted really, really well. That's kind of how that's how it I got involved.
Well, we've been chatting about arts and culture, obviously.
Yes, yeah.
As we, every day for us. And the importance of arts and culture, and looking at the reasons why arts and culture are important, and there's quite a long list that we've come up with. Things like simple enjoyment, just forgetting about world problems, relaxation, family time, combating loneliness and isolation, giving that sense of community. And it would just be good to hear from you why you think culture is important to Grimsby in this kind of mix that you're talking about.
I think the biggest thing for me is, let's say, 5-6 years ago, the word culture and arts was not mentioned in Grimsby. It kind of wasn't a thing. It was, I think people had kind of thought, arts and culture isn't for Grimsby. That's only if you go to maybe Hull, or you go to Leeds, or you go to Manchester. There's no arts and culture here. We're just a small town. We just get on with our thing. And then I think there was a big emphasis on, why is there no arts and culture in Grimsby? There should be arts and culture in Grimsby for everyone, for families. And there seemed to start to be a movement of that, whether it was a bigger Christmas event, with all the different, you had all the kind of actors come in, and you had all the people on stilts and lighting, and it came to the town, and then people going, wow, this is amazing. We're getting this just like Hull gets this, and and Leeds get this, and Manchester. This is brilliant. And I think we started to get, when we realised that people were loving this, I think it's got bigger and it's getting better. And it brings people together, but it also, for me, that why not? Why don't we have it in Grimsby? These families, families, we deserve this. We deserve it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's been this perception that Grimsby isn't cultural, it's a cultural desert, people aren't interested in culture. Even the sort of government reports categorise us as low engaged in culture. But I think what we found through doing what we do is that people absolutely do love it. We're not different to anyone else from another place, we're just all human, aren't we? Why would we not feel the same? So what it's told us is that there is a demand, and people love it just as much as anywhere else. People here are equally as intelligent and, love, the vibrancy and the colour and things like that. It's really appreciated. So yeah, it's great to hear that you think it's something that we need and we deserve just as much as anyone else.
Yeah.
It's great to hear that you've kind of noticed this shift, because we do feel like we've done a lot of that groundwork that's really behind the scenes, sometimes behind closed doors as well, kind of battling to be heard, and pushing for it, but also demonstrating it by doing, like you said, that Christmas event. I remember it clearly, actually, and even looking out this window, because a lot of it was in St James Square, and that felt like a turning point of bringing creativity and culture to an otherwise quite commercial event. So and people loved that, like the response, and that really gave us that fuel to do more. And I think it was recognised that not enough money was coming into Grimsby for culture, because that was like you're saying about people deserving it, and that was the kind of journey that we went on of like advocating for why can't we have that, and we need that money, like if Leeds has got it, Manchester, etc. We should have that.
Our community is just as important as any community in Hull, Leeds, Manchester, just as important.
So you seem to have that appreciation for why we need it, and we've looked at things like increasing the footfall into the town centre as well for local businesses, and assuming that that's something that you'd be advocating for with supporting the town centre's development.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was here in the summer. In the summer, I was here, and when you did the event in the summer, and it was just so joyous to see so many families bringing their children into St James Square to take part in your event, and the bubbles, and there were children laughing, and there were parents that kind of felt, do you know what, rather than being stuck in the house today, we've got somewhere to come, and obviously that helps the town centre as well. And it's just fabulous to see. And I've said to you many times, I think on social media especially, if I've commented on your post, it's a big thank you, thank you for bringing this to the town, and especially more now that I'm going out and meeting lots of people from these communities who I'm getting to know, and they need it. These families need this kind of thing that you're putting on. And I'm quite excited for Christmas. Funny enough, I've just done a post today about, Christmas is coming up. I know it seems early to talk about, but last year a lot of people said, I didn't know about this event, or I didn't know about this event. And I'm kind of saying, Discover and NEL do a great job of kind of saying this is where the events are. So, start looking now and planning, bringing your children and to these events. And it doesn't have to be children, anybody can come to the events, but
Well, that's what we found, that especially the free outdoor stuff, because we did purposely start doing more outdoors and for free as well. And that was once we realised that there were these massive festivals in other places that were free. Like we don't have to charge people, it's public money, and it's like for public benefit, but it's really intergenerational as well. You get the whole family coming out. And at one of the picnics recently there was a family group of 42 people.
Wow.
So it was like across that stretch of generations, just enjoying themselves, relaxing together. So as I was saying before, it's like it's not always like this highbrow motivation for going to things. It's just a reason to leave the house, a reason to get together, and that kind of enjoyment and relaxation. And then we do see like people saying in the feedback the raising pride levels as well, with the town, because that's the thing, they think, oh yeah, thank you, we do deserve this, and actually we can do this, and I think it's engendering that belief that we are as good as anywhere else, because we've spent a long time thinking that we're not.
So it's
like people, it's a way of people believing that they've got a worth, actually, weirdly.
And I think it's great because there's so many organisations within the town doing that whole being part of the positive, the 2025 group, you know, strapline is be part of the positive. And a lot of organisations have taken that on, you know, let's be part of the positive. And that fits really nicely with the 2025 group and for me, for our future in, come on, let's be positive about our town. Let's stop pulling it down. Let's celebrate what we do have. And it is only going to get better. So it's just like, if everyone just shares the stories, everyone supports each other. So if you put an event out, people share it with other people. You know, if I put a post out around some kind of support, people share it. The more we keep just pushing out those good news stories, those events that bring colour and bring joy and bring happiness and bring families together, of all generations, then, you know, we just got to shout about all the great things that are happening. All of us have got to do that and support each other and work in collaboration where we can.
Yeah, I agree. Stronger together.
Stronger together, for sure.